Today, the Supreme Court did something West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was clearly not prepared for. It didn't just hear the Enforcement Directorate, it pulled the West Bengal government up sharply and in doing so, shoved the Chief Minister firmly onto the back foot. Until now, Mamata Banerjee has been aggressively on the offensive. Days after her dramatic dash to the ED raid site in Kolkata, emerging with a file in her hand, she framed the ED action as political vendetta, turned it into street theatre in VIP Delhi, unleashed her MPs in protest, and projected herself as the aggrieved victim of a weaponized state. But the Supreme Court's words today poured cold water on that drama. The bench said it was disturbed by what unfolded in court. It questioned whether the rule of law was being subverted. It took serious note of allegations that investigative proceedings were obstructed. It put on hold FIRs filed by the Bengal police against the ED officers, and it made clear that turning legal proceedings into chaos cannot be brushed aside as just politics. That matters because it flips the script. Mamata's rivals now have an opening to argue that lawlessness in Bengal is not incidental but top-down, driven by the Chief Minister herself. They point to the ED's allegation that Mamata stormed the raid site, interfered with proceedings, and even removed files. That's her with a file in her hand. With the Supreme Court willing to examine these claims seriously today, that argument suddenly has judicial air under its wings. Does this damage Mamata politically before the election? Probably not, in my view. The India alliance, remember, of which Mamata is a part, has shown remarkable flexibility in its relationship with the judiciary. It applauds the courts when rulings suit them and attacks them when they don't. That agility, make no mistake, will be deployed again. But here's the bigger shift. The Enforcement Directorate, long seen as a political battering ram, a washing machine, now has something invaluable. Not a verdict, but validation that its claim of obstruction is worth judicial scrutiny. Now, for the BJP, that is narrative gold, because the BJP so far has been only accused of weaponizing the ED. Now, as the ED plans its next steps in Mamata's electoral epicenter, just weeks before the biggest election of her career, the Supreme Court has raised the temperature dramatically. It has turned a political slugfest into a legal pressure cooker. Mamata thrives on confrontation. After today, expect maximum aggression, even more than you've already seen. But this time, the heat is coming from the top court of the land.